Imagine a construction site where the air is clean, the engines are nearly silent, and the scent of diesel fuel is nowhere to be found. No, this isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's happening right now in the UK, where a groundbreaking trial is pushing the limits of what's possible for green energy in one of the world's dirtiest industries. But as hydrogen and solar power begin to edge out diesel, the big question remains: can this green revolution truly reshape construction? Or are we just scratching the surface of far bigger challenges? Let's rewind a bit. Construction sites have long relied on diesel generators to power everything from cranes and drills to office trailers and lunchrooms. Diesel is reliable, portable, and, until now, seemed irreplaceable. But it comes with a heavy price: massive carbon emissions, constant noise, and the ever-present risk of spills. Globally, construction is responsible for a staggering portion of urban air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. As cities expand and infrastructure projects multiply, the pressure is on to find cleaner solutions, and fast. Enter hydrogen, often touted as the fuel of the future. Unlike fossil fuels, hydrogen emits only water vapor when used in a fuel cell, making it a zero-emission powerhouse, at least in theory. The greenest hydrogen is produced through electrolysis powered by renewables like solar or wind. This process splits water into hydrogen and oxygen, resulting in a fuel that could, if widely adopted, decarbonize some of the toughest sectors. The Bridgewater Tidal Barrier Scheme in Somerset is a case study in this new frontier. Over the past few months, its site welfare and office facilities have run on a blend of solar panels, hydrogen fuel cells, and battery storage. The numbers are striking. From January to April, the project generated 16,000 kilowatts of clean power, saving 20,000 liters of diesel and preventing 53 tons of CO2 emissions. That's like taking 350 flights off the runway, or eliminating the pollution from driving nearly 200,000 miles in a diesel car. Joe Driffield from the Environment Agency summed it up, saying, "This trial is a big step forward in helping the EA realize our net zero goals. It also demonstrates the demand for green hydrogen, which is critical to decarbonizing construction." The momentum is building. Across the UK, projects like HS2's Old Oak Common Station are targeting diesel-free operations by 2029, while companies such as GeoPura are establishing closed-loop systems to produce and distribute green hydrogen at scale. Even global giants like Komatsu are investing in hydrogen fuel cell technology, aiming for carbon neutrality by 2050. Governments are sweetening the deal too, with tax credits in the US of up to $3 per kilogram of clean hydrogen produced, and incentives for on-site energy storage. But here's where the optimism meets reality. While the environmental benefits are clear, the economics are anything but simple. The cost of running a diesel generator is around £1.60 per liter, but switching to a hydrogen power unit currently costs about £2.32 for the equivalent energy. For an industry that runs on razor-thin margins, that's a significant hurdle. Zero-emission fuels must play a role in supporting energy-hungry applications, says Matt Barney of GeoPura, but he also admits the race to cost parity is far from over. Infrastructure adds another layer of complexity. Hydrogen isn't just expensive, it's tricky to store and transport. Unlike diesel, which can be trucked in almost anywhere, hydrogen requires specialized tankers and robust safety protocols. While advances are being made, such as GeoPura's growing fleet of hydrogen delivery tankers and new, more efficient fuel cells, the network is still in its infancy. And then there's the technology itself. Hydrogen embrittlement, a process where metals become brittle and crack after prolonged hydrogen exposure, poses a real risk for the heavy machinery at the heart of construction. Dual fuel systems and hydrogen internal combustion engines, H2ICE, are showing promise, but will they hold up under the demands of round-the-clock building? So, as the construction industry stands at this crossroads, the stakes could hardly be higher. Will the promise of clean energy overcome the stubborn reality of costs, logistics, and technical hurdles? Or is the green hydrogen revolution destined to remain a niche experiment? In the next part, we'll dive deeper into the economic and technical battles being waged on construction sites and explore whether the industry's bold climate promises can truly be fulfilled, or if there's a hidden catch waiting to derail the transition. But what does the future really hold? Imagine two paths ahead. In one, rapid advances in electrolyzer technology and a surge in wind and solar power drive the cost of green hydrogen down, making it a true rival to diesel. Major players like Komatsu invest billions, and governments step in with incentives and strict regulations. Sites like HS2's Old Oak Common aim for diesel-free operations by 2029, and the industry rides a wave of innovation. New hydrogen infrastructure, storage, pipelines, delivery fleets springs up across the UK and beyond. The sector transforms, and green hydrogen powers not just welfare cabins, but entire fleets of heavy machinery. Emissions plummet, and the construction industry's image shifts from climate laggard to clean energy leader. But there's another scenario. Progress is slower. The cost of hydrogen remains stubbornly high, over £2.30 per liter equivalent, compared to $1.60 for diesel. Infrastructure gaps persist, and hydrogen embrittlement or storage risks keep insurers and safety regulators wary. Without coordinated investment, hydrogen stays a specialty fuel, used in flagship projects but far from mainstream. The 78% diesel reduction target by 2035 becomes a stretch instead of a certainty. So, what's the lesson here for all of us? Whether you work in construction, policy, or simply care about the planet, the message is clear. Cleaner alternatives are real and already making a difference. Every liter of diesel replaced with hydrogen or solar power cuts noise, CO2, and pollution. As Joe Driffield from the Environment Agency says, these trials prove demand is there. Now it's about scaling up and sharing knowledge. If you're a decision maker, look for opportunities to pilot new technology. If you're a citizen, ask about the energy behind the buildings in your community. Here's the truth. Overcoming these barriers will take more than just tech. It'll require bold policy, industry collaboration, and public support. But the secret? The technology works. And in some places, it's already exceeded expectations. As Andrew Barker of TCP Group puts it, this isn't just about clean power. It's a chance to shape the future of energy itself. Will green hydrogen remain a niche? The answer is, only if we let it. The crossroads is real, but so is the opportunity. Let's keep pushing for cleaner, smarter construction and a greener world for everyone. Subscribe for more deep dives into the future of energy and tech, and tell us, would you